Unreal Tournament is a long-running franchise that is associated with multiplayer shooter action on the PC. But Unreal Tournament 3 saw a release on both the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. So can the most recent installment of this legendary franchise deliver the same intense multiplayer action when you swap the mouse and keyboard with a controller? Unreal Tournament 3, is it worth it? Unreal Tournament 3 includes a full campaign mode that can be played by yourself or in co-op. But this campaign is little more than a training mode for the game's competitive multiplayer. The campaign features several well-produced cutscenes that are used to bookend the action. These short movies look good, but do little to engage you into Unreal Tournament's dull and predictable story. The game seems to take itself a little too seriously, especially when it's trying to justify how game mechanics such as respawners or capturing flags fit into the world.
No, but these spawners completely changed the war, and nobody knows spawners like a tourney champ.
The gameplay in the campaign is a series of matches played against bots. There are short sections of voiceover explaining why you are fighting before each game, and the occasional line of dialogue from the characters during the match. This does help to separate the campaign from the other gameplay option, but adds little to the overall experience.
You mean field lattice generator, right?
It looks like a flag, waves like a flag.
On the one hand, it is a shame that the campaign doesn't feature any unique gameplay. But on the other, it does do a great job in training you up for what Unreal Tournament 3 is all about: the online multiplayer. The multiplayer's masses of content and features will soon make you forget about the shallow single player. 11 weapons, 6 game types, 14 vehicles, 45 maps, and a huge amount of gadgets and equipment to use on the battlefield will satisfy even the most demanding of gamers. It isn't even the amount of content that will impress, it's the variety. Each map is tailor-made for a specific game type, and vary from small 1v1 arenas to vast open spaces designed for large-scale vehicular warfare. Each gun looks and feels totally unique, with interesting combinations of primary and alternate fire. And the vehicles are full of clever design features and fluid animations that add character to the driving mechanics and attacks.
Bullseye!
Matches have a wealth of customization and game modifiers that allow you to change everything from the gun you spawn with to how fast you fire. And in-game, players can take advantage of a series of interesting pickups and deployables, such as the hoverboard, EMP mines, spider mine traps, stasis fields, shield generators, and the extremely useful translocator.
Dominating!
Unreal Tournament 3 is a beautiful game, both visually and in design. The map's combination of epic vistas and expertly constructed geometry make for some great gameplay experiences. From battling to drop a bridge to get a tank to the enemy's base, or hopping through portals to battle in different worlds all in the one map, Unreal Tournament 3 offers experiences that you won't get in any other online shooter.
Multi-kill! Mega counter-kill!
Unreal Tournament 3 is beginning to sound like one of the best shooters that has ever been released on the consoles. You therefore may assume that there has to be some drawback that has held it back from reaching greatness, and you would be right. Unreal Tournament 3 on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 has two huge problems that stop it from reaching its full potential. The biggest of which being the lack of an online community. Finding a game often takes a long time, if you can find one at all. Most matches end up as small 1v1 games that quickly get dull. You can populate matches with AI-controlled competitors, but this often turns games into a race of killing bots, rather than a full player v player experience. The second major flaw is lag. In a game as fast-paced and accuracy-driven as Unreal Tournament 3, a precise, smooth experience is necessary. But unfortunately, despite several patches, you are still unlikely to find a lag-free game. There is a constant and noticeable half-second delay between the press of a button and the on-screen action, even in 1v1 games. And while it doesn't make games unplayable, it makes the online multiplayer feel clunky and awkward when compared to offline skirmishes. If you get fed up trying to find games online, you can always turn to instant action. These are customizable matches played against bots offline.
Multi-kill!
Games of instant action are very similar to what you will have experienced in the campaign, but like the campaign, games can be ruined by the bot's poor AI. While setting the AI's difficulty to novice and killing them repeatedly can amuse briefly, it lacks the tactical depth found in player-v-player engagements. The PC version of the game still has a healthy community and better servers to help combat lag. This, in combination with the additional content and mods, make it the superior version of the game.
Dominating.
But is the game worth your money either way? The masses of variety and quality production values in all aspects do make Unreal Tournament 3 stand out from the hordes of first-person shooters that are released every year. But a lack of a community and laggy games means that unless you're satisfied facing off against bots, getting Unreal Tournament on a console isn't worth it.
Don't even bother with this one. No way he fights again.
Just do it.